What's going on, guys? Shay5969 here, and today I wanted to talk about the C.R.K.T. M16-10KS specifically. Alright, we're looking at the C.R.K.T. M16-KS, designed by the legendary Kit Carson, who is actually the inventor of this specific flipper tab. When it's used as a guard, it's actually the Carson flipper. So that is his patent that he designed on this knife for C.R.K.T., which obviously is Columbia River Knife and Tools. But yeah, so Kit Carson was actually heavily influenced to design this knife by his time in the Army. He was actually an Army Master Sergeant, and there is a lot of different variations of this knife, you guys. There is different sizes, different blade shapes, different locking mechanisms. There's some that have the double guard. There's some that just have the single guard, like this one. Solid four-finger grip. This specific one right here is the M16-10KS. As you can see it right there. It comes in 8 C.R.K.T MOV blade steel. This one has an awesome Tonto edge, half serrated. Make it good for cutting some rope down there. A half serrated blade is super handy. I love a good half serrated blade. Not a big fan of a full serration. I think that is definitely a pain in the butt to resharpen. Some people love them. I'm not the biggest fan, but a half serration is really, really handy. That's a great blade profile. But yeah, this is one of the most legendary flipper knives made. Started off in production in 1999 from C.R.K.T. They offer handles in this steel right here, with the speed holes in there. They offer it in G10, or they have their own material called Zytel. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, Zytel. It's a mixture of glass beaded reinforced nylon. And this is still, the M16 overall is still one of the top selling knives from C.R.K.T. to this very day. You can find them a lot of times at the hardware store for like $40. You can find them on eBay or something like that, for Amazon for around $25. This one specifically. But they're all different shapes, sizes, varieties, flavors, colors. C.R.K.T. Columbia River Knife and Tool has been manufacturing knives for a really long time and working with a lot of different designers over the years. But Mr. Kit Carson is super legendary for his flipper tab that acts as the guard. And it does make a great grip right there. Little bit of jimping, but not enough. We could always use more jimping. Nowhere to really choke up, as there's no like choil or anything like that. But if you stay behind that guard, it's pretty comfortable, and you get the jimping if you stay behind the guard. So, but yeah, so this is actually a 7-inch knife with a blade length of 3.06 inches and a 4-inch handle. And this is like absolutely super, super lightweight, coming in at 2.6 ounces. Super durable, super tough and rugged. A little stiffer action until you really break it in. But C.R.K.T. has literally built its reputation off the M16 and a few other models that they've been making since they started business. And we all know that that they have been a legendary company for a while, and their serrations are always really, really good. Sometimes you can get some models with some really cool VEF serrations. They look like shark teeth. They look really mean. But yeah, man, C.R.K.T. been making great stuff since the 90s. And specifically the M16 since 1999. Yeah, if you're in the market for a good budget knife that you can absolutely beat the living crap out of and will still fold strong, will still fire good, check out a C.R.K. M16. It's really nice because you can a lot of times pick them up at your local Home Depot. You can pick them up at your local Lowe's. You can pick them up at your local hardware stores a lot of times, which is really nice when it comes to getting a reliable pocket knife. You don't have to scour to the end of the earth to find one for a good price. You can find it in different sizes, blade shapes, locking mechanisms. But more often than not, they're always going to have that Kit Carson finger guard right there. Yeah, and like I said, you can grab one for about $25. This one specifically for about $25. They go up to about 40 to 60 depending how fancy you get with it and how big you get with it. The only thing I don't like is it is tip up carry, which I am personally not a fan of, right? But some people love it, some people hate it. But yeah, tip up carry. A nice, tough, rugged liner lock. They make it really easy to get in there. The access is solid because there's a little notch right there, so you can just get right in there. No problem. Thumb stud for deployment. Oh, a little tougher than the flipper. And also, when you're used to flipping big knives, I feel like when you go down to a little smaller knife, it's like I miss sometimes. I get a little fat fingered in there. But yeah. And then the flipper tab works great as well, which gives you a nice guard right there. Solid 4-finger knife. So since I got it out, I figured we could do a little size comparison. And remember, there's all different models of the M16, but this is the M16-10KS, which specifically is the 7-inch model, right? So some of them are 7, some of them are 8, some of them are 8.25, some of them are 7.75, but this one specifically is 7-inch overall. So let's just compare it. Oops, sorry about that. Let's just compare it real quick to the Penguin right there. So you can see almost the same size as the Penguin overall. Here's the CJRB Droma from Dylan Mallory. Pretty similar 3 knives right there. With the Droma just being a tad long, like a 16th inch longer than both of these two, and these two being almost identical in size. You can see they almost have an identical blade length to them. So if you're familiar with the QSP Penguin and you like that size, and this is your preferred EDC size pocket knife, you will love the M16 10KS. A little bit slimmer, but nevertheless, the M16 10KS. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate you watching. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.